Hi everyone. I've been on about it for a little bit, getting these British out and showing you, well, just showing you the army really. I haven't put a video out for a while because I've been away on holiday, which was great. So I've done nothing. My Romans haven't progressed. I still haven't ordered my bases. So yeah, so I thought, well, I'll just show you these. I've been on about it for a while now. I've probably got about the same again to paint, but I am quite proud of these. So this is my NCO for my first infantry unit. I mean, I know his eyes look a little bit big, but from a distance, when you put him down, they actually look bang on. So yeah, I painted these the old-fashioned way. So I started with a black undercoat. I haven't used any inks or washes, and just highlighted all the way back up. And it, you know, what I call the old-fashioned way, because now I just put all the base colours on ink, and then let's see. I made this guy a lance jack. You notice the guns broke off. They do tend to break really easily, these plastic guns. Annoying. So yeah, he's got a little tin cup, pickaxe, because obviously being a British soldier, he'll be digging lots of holes. Oh no, I just noticed that guy's arms fell off. I'll hide him back there then. So we've got a shouty dude. Oops. I do like these British. I don't use them that often when I'm playing bolt action. I don't find them that great an army really in bolt action. I mean, they should be, but they're just not. So I tend to use Japanese mostly, just because they're a bit more fun to play. But I do use the British occasionally. You don't want to see every one of them guys, do you? So this guy's got a bit of stubble. There you go. It's a bit dark today, but hopefully. I started putting the transfers on them, but I gave up after a while. They're just so tiny. It's such a pain to do. I just gave up doing them. So that's one squad of them. Now, boys. And then I've got another one. 12-man squad. Very rarely use them as 12-man squads. Normally about 7 men, 7 or 8. NCO again. NCO with SMG. Oh, here we go. Got a Bren gun, LMG, without it being broken, which makes a change. So I am inordinately proud of these. I actually I went into a bolt action tournament and I won best painted for these. So, all right, a lot of the others were very good, but I'm still really proud of it. So that's my sniper team. This is my free observer that you get with the British. I've got another one, but he's not painted, and I use him from the mortar team. And then he's got his mate, who doesn't often go into battle, but just in case. And what we got here? A Piat team. I very rarely use this. Just 12-inch range makes it a bit useless, really. I wish the lighting was a bit better today so you could see the colours, but never mind. Then I've got my Rupert. And he's had his finger shot off in a battle somewhere. He's minus a finger. Oh, see, he's got to be shouting, isn't he? Because, you know, he's a Rupert, after all. Then he's got an NCO with him. What have I made this guy? I think he's a full screw. Corporal. But I've given up putting them transfers on. And then just another bod with him. Getting ready to chuck a grenade at somebody. A lot of them got stubble as well. He's a Lance Corporal. So that's all the infantry that I've got painted for the British. As I say, I've got commandos to do, and I've got another tank to do, and I've got... So this is the anti-tank gun. Now when I use this, I generally use it as a medium artillery piece. And I just proxy it, because we're not too bothered about that sort of thing at my club. If you haven't got the model, just proxy it, it's not a problem. As I say, I'm quite happy to use unpainted stuff as well, so that's why. I've got lots of bolt action stuff, but most of it is unpainted. But I am trying to work my way through it. So I made this out of that rubberized horsehair, the hedge, splattered it with PVA glue and then put some flock on. The fence is just made out of coffee stirrers. So yeah, that's my AT gun, but as I say, I do mostly use it as a howitzer. That's that boy. My mortar team. These are Warlord Game figures. So I tend to use this as either a medium or heavy. If I use it as a heavy, I just put an extra crew member next to it. But I haven't fielded these British since the new rules come out, so I'll have to try and get a game next Sunday. Though we're playing this week. Obviously, most people are playing 40k, but there's a couple of guys playing bolt action, playing Germans against Russians, which looked like a fun game. So yeah, I'll have to get me British out. Put a message up on Facebook, see if anyone wants a game. Brent carrier. Nothing special. In fact, I quite rushed this. You can tell by the dry brushing on the top. It's not fantastic. I haven't put any markings on either. I haven't got any to put on. I made a bit of a mess of them faces and all, but never mind. That's that one Brent carrier. Ah, and now this is it. This is what I tried to show you in my last video. Please focus. There you go. Can you see? I think he's just... Yeah! He's just grinning away. He's loving it. Pouring down fire, covering fire. Lots of work on the bases as normal. And as I say, all of these are Warlord figures. All of these figures are painted the old-fashioned way, from a black primer and just highlighted all the way up, which I don't do anymore. It takes too long. This is the Cromwell. Churchill. One of them two. Churchill. Yeah, I mean, this is really easy to paint. Very quick base coat. I think I used brown violet, and then just kept adding yellow to highlight it up. Really easy. Paint the tracks like a rusty ready colour. Put the decals on this, and then weathered back over them. I keep meaning to do the barrel of the gun, get it blackened a bit. So this one's Havoc. Cry Havoc and let loose the dogs of war. So it had to be Havoc, didn't it? So yeah, that's my Churchill. Cromwell. I can't remember. Right, this is my Wasp. I don't use this very often. We kind of banned vehicle mounted flamethrowers at our club because they were just too bent. But now they're not so bad now, because it's like that one shot to hit, and if they've moved, it's a bit dicey. So, but I still, as I say, I haven't played since the new rules, but I still think it'd be quite unpopular. But I mean, it's only 100 points, so it's cheap. But I've used it a couple of times back with the old rules, and it is a little bit devastating. So yeah, not too popular using that. Then I've got my armoured car, because you've got to have an armoured car. Again, nice simple paint job, brown violet. and then just kept mixing it down with yellows and dry brushing. Pretty simple, straightforward. Obviously the turret moves because I don't do any turrets down. That's a resin one. The others are all plastic. So that's that. I'll just try and put these back in some sort of order, so they look a bit neater. Then I've got one last thing, which is not Warlord Games. It's actually got this. I'll show you quick. I got this from War Bases, and I know it's pre-World War One-ish, really. But I just thought it'd make a nice little ambulance. I haven't finished it yet. Again, just painted it green, dry brushed. That's it. But I will get around to finishing it. I just thought it'd make quite a cool little thing. I know it's, you know, not really the right time period, but it's a game at the end of the day, isn't it? And that's it. So that is my British bolt action army, or at least the part of it that I've got painted. I've also got some commandos and some more guys, some more vehicles. I've got a 25-pounder as well, but I haven't even glued it together. So that's that. And for my next thing, I'm going to finish off these Romans, obviously, and I've got some British Napoleonics to do. But I wanted to do a building. So I'm going to scratch build. I don't know if any of you have seen the foreground church, but I'm going to try and scratch build something similar that will cost nothing, just some old cornflake boxes and cocktail stirrers and stuff like that. Because I used to do a lot of scenery and stuff like that when I was working for Games Workshop, and I made all the scenery for our club, hills and gaming boards and all that, but I kind of stopped doing it. So I just fancy trying to have a go at something like that and trying to make it look cool. But obviously, if that video never appears, it means I screwed it up completely. So yeah, don't hold your breath. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Thanks for your comments. The reason I haven't been commenting much recently is Sal's been away on holiday and I haven't done a great deal. But I'm back into it now. And I'll catch you all soon. See you all in the next one. Bye.